So finally it's here, the S25 Ultra. So I ordered this one and been waiting for this one since its announcement, and I just got it delivered this one today. And this specific version is the 512 gigs, and the color is titanium silver blue. And if we talk about the box itself, so on the front we get to see a very subtle image of the S25 Ultra, which looks kind of nice. And the box itself feels a little bit different in terms of the texture that you can feel on the top. On the front is, as we mentioned, Galaxy S25 Ultra. On the side you get to see the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and on the top, if you see, so the seal itself is like the silver titanium blue and represents the color. If you get the online exclusive colors, so all of the three colors are being mentioned on the on this strip itself. So let's unbox this one. All right, so the images look that I can see of this one, so this color is really beautiful. I can see like the camera lens have been made a little bit bigger this time. I'm not sure the sensors are same, only the ultra wide sensor has been improved on this one to 50 megapixel. But the color itself, it feels really nice. I don't know, people are bashing so much about these colors, but honestly, like in person, it feels really much beautiful. The another color I was just looking for was the jet black, which was the exclusive online colors. And this time, if we see, so on the sides, you can see it looks like the raw titanium sort of finish. So we'll just talk about this one, and let's see the other contents in a box first. So if we open this one, so the overall feel of the box itself has been changed. If you can see, like there's little bit textured kind of finish on it. And let's go ahead and see. I know there's nothing much special in it. There would be just cable itself and the SIM ejection tool, and yeah, so that's all we get into the box itself. So here's the charging cable, which is type C to type C, and then we get some paperwork, and the rest is like the SIM ejection tool. You get it. So there's nothing much it like Apple have introduced this trend, and now it's been followed by others as well, especially Samsung has followed this one. So let's keep that one aside, and let's focus on the S25 Ultra in its glory. So we'll just peel this one up, and wow, the screen is really beautiful. One thing I would like to show you guys about this one is that so if we compare this one to the A16, so this one is a flagship phone from Samsung, and if I bring the A16, so the design language you can see is like very much similar this time. You can see like the A16 is a little bit less rounded, little bit more rounded from the sides, and these S25 Ultra is a little bit less rounded, and they try to keep this one as in a boxy shape. But yeah, if you feel like and if you just focus on these both, so the design language has been very same. Like this one is the top-notch phone from the Samsung and the latest and greatest, and this one is also the latest and greatest, but this is the least that you can get from the Samsung in Canada right now. So this lies in the budget phone, and it no means that it feels cheap, or you can say it feels like a Chinese look. It feels like a premium bias look, and it doesn't feel cheap at all in terms of, if you see the back, it has the black rings as well. Obviously the camera lenses on the S25 Ultra are much more bigger, but however the design language has been pretty much same. Like if I just pick up the S25 regular and the S25 Plus, so the design language would be much more similar to this one. So yeah, so there is not so much differentiated in terms of the design, unlike like Apple have just like you can just identify the Pro and the regular iPhone like completely, like both are like uh, noticeable from the far away. So like if you focus on this color itself, so this blue, like if you see in different angles, it feels like kind of titanium grain on certain angles, and on certain it doesn't feel like bluish. I'm not sure, I will just try this one in sunlight, but it doesn't feel blue. It just have a very slight, you can say, tint of the blue, or you can say lavender sort of finish. It's very hard to find the blue in this one, but it looks pretty nice as far as this color is concerned. On the side, you're just getting the raw type of finish, as I told you guys, and this time the Samsung has given a little bit gaps on the lens, like it feels like some aftermarket lens have been placed on top of it, and there's a gap in between, so they just try to just put this one or try to fix this one by putting the separate lenses on top of the actual lens, is what it feels like, because these will be just getting dust over time so much is my concern. However, this time the ultra wide camera have been improved to 50 megapixel, so you'll be just getting a high resolution picture on that one. So if you talk about the size, so we get the volume up and down, we get the power button, we get the antenna bands here, we get the noise cancellation mics, we get another antenna band, then we get another antenna band. On this side there is absolutely nothing. On the bottom itself you can see the S band here, which is just matching the body. So if I'm not wrong, so the S band is now matching the silver blue color, you can say. It feels like kind of a lavender, no way like it feels like bluish. It looks like a very light lavender kind of color. And this time the S Pen, like they have just removed the Bluetooth capability, due to which like many people are just bashing Samsung for that one, because that could be used to just snap a picture out of once you're just into a camera, or you can just switch off, switch like a camera from selfie to the main lens. And yeah, so I'm not sure, like, because I had the S24 Ultra before and I never get used to of that one feature. However, if someone is like using that feature, so obviously that would be just really helpful in that regards. And I'm not sure like why Samsung had just removed that feature out of it. I'm not sure, like maybe I would assume like they're just trying to cut the corners out of to just save some bucks, or maybe the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip is so expensive that they have to just cut the corners. They have just kept the battery as same as the last year, but I've seen like the as been claimed in the Samsung launch, even like the processor is 40% more efficient. The vapor chamber have been increased on this one, and which will just help to keep the device much cooler. And the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip for Samsung Galaxy is overclocked. It is like around, I think, little bit higher clock than the regular Snapdragon 8 Elite. I think that was like around 4.47, and the regular one, Snapdragon 8 Elite, is clocked to I think around 4.32 gigahertz. So a little bit overclocked for the Galaxy that we can see. I would like to show one thing, like I have the Z Fold 6. You guys can see like the rings that you get to see on the Z Fold 6 are a little bit similar to what you get to see on the S25 Ultra. However, if you see, so the camera lenses looks much more bigger, and in actual they are because of this periscope camera, it feels pretty much big lens, and all lenses feels pretty much big on the S25 Ultra. And obviously this camera system is like best of the best, like the Samsung has to offer. Obviously, like I believe like at some point they'll be just giving the Z Fold lineup as the same camera as the S series, and that would just make this device much more appreciated by the people, because I don't like the camera on the Z Fold 6 itself. However, the device is very much complete. I don't find any kind of issues, like the inner screen has been very much useful, so a bigger battery, and the you can say you can expect the better camera on this one. The same setup as you get what you get to see on the S25 Ultra, you can expect on the Z Fold 7. However, I don't think so the Samsung would be increasing the battery by so much because of the capacity, or you can say capacity of this phone to that it could be integrated with the bigger battery. So the Snapdragon 8 Elite would be the savior for this Galaxy Z Fold 7. Probably that would just be efficient, and that would just increase the battery life, as what they did with the Z Fold 6. Like, they have just increased the processor to Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and that's efficient. However, the battery is the same as 4400 mAh, but you just get a little bit more juice than what you get to see on the Z Fold 5. So yeah, so camera lenses you can have a look like they look pretty much similar, and that's what the Samsung has done with the S25 Ultra as well. They try to copy it from the Z Fold 6. So that's my opinion, but the Z Fold 6 feels pretty much nice in terms, because there's no gap on the size over here on the Z Fold 6. But here you can just feel like a little bit aftermarket touch on if you see from the size this gap, and once the dust gets into it in the future, so that would be just a problem for this one. However, the design wise I have already talked about, like it feels very much similar to the other phones in the Galaxy lineup, which is A series. You can say the regular S25 and S25 Plus. The only difference that you can find from other series would be these 2 points, this lens and these 2 lenses at the back, and from that you will be able to differentiate the S25 Ultra with the other series. Otherwise, like, it's very hard to find the difference. One more thing you can see, like the front screen has the anti-reflective coating as what you get to see on the S24 Ultra, and this time they have improved this one. Hopefully, like the people who are just complaining at the end of the life cycle of the S24 Ultra, that they're just started to get the few scratches on the front, so probably that might have been improved on the S25 Ultra. So we'll just go ahead and just boot up this one, and we see how the bezels feels like on this one. And one more thing, like before I open this one, so you can see like the design has been very much flat on the front and from the sides. So there's no more curved screen on this one, so getting screen protector would be much more easier for this device, and there will be no peeling from the sides, which we get to see. And I don't know, like I never find the purpose of the curved screen from the sides, because that makes the device much more fragile. And there is a color shift on the corners, where once you are just viewing the any video or any sort of watching any video or anything, so there is a color shift in bit from the corners, like you get the reflections more on the curved side, and that's quite annoying. So I'm never found a purpose, except like there is like a little bit easy on hands to just swipe. However, but like sometimes there is a accidental touch from your palm that it gets registered on the phone itself if it has the bigger curved side edges. Yeah. So on the side, this time they have went with the very much flat design, and a little very slight curve from the back that would just make the holding of this device much more easier. And we just go ahead and just boot up this device. If there is any juice, all right, there is some. I really adore the this anti-reflective coating on the S25 and the S24 Ultra. I'm not sure why Samsung haven't given in the Z Fold 6. However, they could have given on the front screen itself this, but yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't give. So yeah, this time we can feel like the bezels have been reduced on this one. You can see from the sides, and now the feel of this phone, like it feels pretty much like what you get to see on these Sony Xperia phones. It looks like a candy bar phone right now. Like the S24 Ultra was like kind of exact box. So there has been issue with the S24 Ultra due to the sharp edges, they used to dig into your palm. So I think the Samsung have just made these one a little bit curved to get that issue sorted, because that was really annoying. Like once you're just using your phone one-handedly, so you just have that issue. And one more thing I'm noticing, like it's a little bit less wider and a little bit more taller, kind of. I feel like it feels kind of narrower in some way. Like they have reduced the what you call they have made this one better ergonomically, and still you get the punch hole camera on the front, which is very tiny. And I hope so, like in future, like Samsung would be able to just introduce the under display camera. But the under display camera is usually like deteriorates the quality of the camera lens itself once you're just taking these selfie pictures. So yeah, probably there's a reason like Samsung is using the same thing as a punch hole camera. So yeah, so that was my thoughts about this phone itself. The phone feels pretty much premium in the hands, and I can immediately say like it's much more lighter than what you get to see on the S24 Ultra. I'll be just making another in-depth video of this phone. I'll just set it up this one, and we'll go from there. So yeah, if you guys like the video, so please give a thumbs up, and please like, share and subscribe. That would be just helpful for the channel itself. And if you guys have any questions, you can just let me know down in the comments, and I'll just try to answer those questions. I've been waiting for this device as you guys were, so I pre-ordered this one from my own money, and like to make the review out of it, and to show you guys how this device feels like. So yeah, thank you for watching again, and have a good day. Bye.